Hey guys, how are you guys doing? So I was just on my way here to this location to pick up something. And I was on the highway, and then I was just when you have a conversation with God, you know what I mean? And then you just start, I'm like, gosh, should I put the message out? But I wanna just say this, okay? Kingdom wives. Okay, I put out a message the other day about the difference between Jezebel and Esther, right? And I told you guys that Jezebel is not only about lust, okay? Jezebel is also a spirit of like greed, a spirit of revenge, a spirit of envy, a spirit of jealousy. Like Jezebel has a bunch of different types of energies attached to that one spirit. It's not just lust, it's lust is a part of it, but there's also all this other stuff, right? And I put that out the other day, okay? And it was brought to my attention last night, that a lot of these individuals that know your kingdom husband, you guys already know what I'm talking about. For those who are in the situation, this is not a message for everybody, so don't get offended, okay? This is a message for a specific group of people who resonated with that message about the Jezebel, okay? It was brought to my attention that there is some very spiteful, revengeful, envious types of plots that are being done because your kingdom husband has decided to choose the right path, and they have decided to give themselves to God, or they have decided to come into their covenant with you, okay? And these individuals that were taking on that Jezebel spirit, the greed, doing the ritual, doing the black magic, doing stuff to you to make you break out, doing love spells to you, doing things to make you look like someone that you're not, to make you look different in someone else's eyes, because that's what they were doing. Whether they were messing with your sleep and all of that stuff. I told you about my situation in 2016 where she did some stuff to me where my face broke out really bad. My hair actually fell out. This is why God told me recently, start braiding your hair again, because that way you can protect your hair, right? So for those that were judging me because I wear wigs, this is why I wear wigs. This is why I always kept my hair braided underneath my wigs, because I had to protect myself, and it's not an excuse, because I can definitely wear my natural hair out. But these are just the kind of stuff that we go through, right? And what God was telling me last night was kingdom wise, do you guys know how powerful you are? Do you know how powerful you are? Let me just ask you guys, do you know how powerful you are? Let me tell you something. For those of you guys dealing with this, if you were not that powerful, if your prayers did not work, if you were not a threat, they wouldn't have been doing this stuff to you. See, when someone has to keep doing rituals on you, when somebody got to keep staying up middle of the night to check every moon to do rituals on you, when they got to do stuff to mess up your appearance, when they got to do stuff to separate you and someone, you have a very strong purpose in this person's life. So powerful to the point where someone is trying to block you. Okay, that's how you know you're powerful. That's how you know you're very important in your husband's life. Okay, it's time for you guys to own that. It's time for you guys to understand that, which is why I told you guys in the live I just recently did, where I said kingdom marriages, forgiveness, and I said you better be praying for your partner. I don't care how hard it gets. I don't care how sad you get. You better be praying. If God has specifically said that is your husband, you better pray for your husband. Okay, you better pray, because your prayer is powerful. Okay, your prayer is a lot different from a prayer from, let's just say they went to a pastor, or they went to a church and the pastor prayed for the husband and stuff. Yes, it's going to be powerful, but let me tell you something. When God has ordained a husband for you through him, okay, you guys are already married. You guys are already married spiritually, okay? You're already married. You've been married through God, okay? So if you're already married, your guys are entwined together, okay? You guys are one, okay, through Christ, right? So your prayer is going to be 10 times more powerful than anyone else's prayer outside of your covenant. Do you see where I'm coming from? So this is why I say you guys got to pray, okay? So there is some spiteful, vindictive things that these people, individuals are planning, okay? And it's not going to work. It's not going to work. But let me tell you something. Now that you're aware of that, let that motivate you. Because you see, what they don't understand is the force that you guys are together. If they mess up anything in that husband's life, or that wife's lives, depending on your situation, because you may be kingdom husband watching this and it's the other way around. They're doing it to your kingdom wife, right? What they don't understand is when they do stuff to mess up things in your partner's life, right? They want to get revenge and they want to be spiteful. They did not understand that God is going to mend it through you, through the wife. Two are better than one. See, y'all, like that scripture was not put there just for the sake of being putting there. There's a reason for it. Two are better than one. When one falls, the other can lift the other up. If they do something vengeful to mess with your husband's finances, or they do rituals to mess with your husband's finances, or they want to sue your husband, or they want to do stuff to mess with your husband's health, or they want to do stuff, all that stuff to mess with your husband, to be vengeful and spiteful, guess what? Through the wife's prayer, by his stripes, your husband's healed. Everything is going to be healed. Because why? You are connected to your husband. Okay? That's what they don't understand. You guys are a force together. When your husband is weak, you're going to be strong. When you're weak, your husband's going to be strong. Do you get where I'm coming from? When they mess with you, your husband's going to be motivated to get things together. When they mess with your husband, you're going to be motivated to get things together. Okay? So I just wanted to put this out to remind you guys how powerful you are. Okay? You are powerful. Now it's time to own your power. Being a child of God. Being God's princess, being your husband's queen. It's time to own your power, okay? And it's time for you to be motivated, okay? I don't know about y'all, but every time they try to do stuff, I just be laughing. I laugh. The Jamaican woman laugh comes out, okay? You see? The Jamaican woman laugh comes out. When a Jamaican woman laugh comes out, just know that it's not affecting me, period, okay? Because I'm a force alone. This is why I say kingdom husbands. When God says, I'm going to make your wife independent in certain areas, this is what he's talking about. It does not mean that you are less than. It just means that there's going to be some times where your wife will be stronger in some areas because that's how God intended it to be. Because your wife has to be a prayer wife. When you're down, your wife has to be able to motivate you and lift you back up. When your wife is down, you got to be able to motivate her and lift her back up. Do you see where I'm coming from? It's teamwork, baby. It's teamwork, right? So listen, y'all. Yes, the Jezebel's angry. You know, some of you guys, they feel like you fumbled their bag. So they're trying to be spiteful. Okay. That's fine. Remember that anything that falls apart on your husband's ends, it's going to be rebuilt on your end, wives. That's all. So regardless, your baby's gonna be good. You're gonna be good, like the message I just put out. Okay. And it's just funny because when I put out that message about the Jezebel, this is what I love. Okay, because listen, you guys know Uncle Tony Gaston's on YouTube. I call him Uncle Tony, okay? And I watch him sometimes because, let me tell you something, he is very honest. And what I love is that he's a man of God and he's 100% about the covenants, the marriages, and all of that, right? And when I put out that Jezebel message, God was nudging me to put it out. And I was still in Istanbul when I put it out. And it just so happened he just recently put out a message about the Jezebel, saying the exact same things that I said about them finessing men and all of that stuff. And I was like, Uncle Tony, you're confirming everything God told me. But I like when that happens because God will confirm things through someone who also has a relationship with him. And I love that because it's like, whoa, So in the words of Uncle Tony, I'm going to say it in Uncle Tony's voice, Jezebel, here's some holy oil, okay? Or let me get you some holy oil. That's what he said. So y'all, wives, remember how powerful you are, okay? Pray and motivate your husbands when they're down. Husbands, pray and motivate your wives when they're down, okay? That's all y'all need. The love is so strong to the point where nothing can mess with that, all right? I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.